You all know what that sound means. To all my 208 subscribers, welcome to the Zach Dressler Show. Thank you for joining. To new subscribers, to people who are just tuning in for the first time, welcome. I hope you like the show. If not, well, just keep on scrolling by. Please like and subscribe to the channel, though. Just do it. It's not that hard. Just like it.
Smash it.
Yeah, I mean, what's the big deal? You'll get a notification once a week that this awesome program that Indy and I are making for you is going to be up. Is that so bad in your life? There's been so much worse shit that's gone on this year. This is be the easiest thing for you to do.
Yeah. Also, everybody, if you're listening on the audio portion, rate and review.
Please do.
Sends the show up. Yeah. Also, great links we got.
Oh, yes.
Also, great links. tzds.tv, tzds.gay. They're the best URLs in the world, go.
TZDS dot, what was it again? .gay, and then TZDS dot what? TV. TZDS.tv and TZDS.gay. And you can, like, when you rate all the audio stuff, you can check out all this fine audio portion of this on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, Stitcher, all the SoundCloud. Who knows? I mean, there's probably one that's new and started. We're not on that one, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who's using, like, those, like, it's like altcoins, but like alt podcast networks, alt podcast streaming platform. Like, to be honest, who uses Stitcher? If you're listening to this and you're using Stitcher, why?
Well, I feel like Stitcher is like, I feel like a lot of people started Stitcher because it wasn't early because iTunes and all these other ones, you had to have a certain amount of episodes out before you could
there were some thresholds.
You had to meet beforehand. So Stitcher was the way. Stitcher was like, we'll take Stitcher was like Quibi. They're like, we'll take everything and anything, but they didn't die like Quibi did. Right. We had a great show today. My buddy Chris McRomney is going to be joining us. He's an actor. He's a producer. He's a director. He's an entrepreneur, actually. I don't know if we'll get to talk to this about Chris, but Chris also owns, I believe, he owns a animal service where a dog and cat food provider.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I don't think we
get into that.
No, we didn't get into that with him. Because
we'll check in with him next time.
The next time we check. What I really wanted to talk to Chris about was Chris just recently was in an episode of Superman and Lois, which was filmed in Vancouver. Chris is from.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, Chris is from Vancouver. He's a brilliant actor. He's a great producer, but he's a brilliant actor. And so he was in an episode recently of Superman and Lois. You can go check it out. Chris and I met similar to last week's podcast with John Tague. We met at a web festival. We met at Seattle Web Fest, and then a week later we were hanging out at Vancouver. And he's one of the coolest, down-to-earth, most likable human beings on the face of the earth. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's from Canada. I don't know. John wasn't from Canada, and I love John as well. I think it was just like when you're at these festivals, you can't be a fucking dick. Like I don't like if no one wants to talk to you. And like you should be happy when you're at these, and that's all we were. We were just happy. We were having a good time. Everyone, it was a cool place. But he's joining us the show. He's joining us on the show. Is the show? Jesus Christ, I can't talk today.
Together.
Well, listen, it's
tzds.gay.
It's tzds.gay, but it's also it's a big holiday. Something that I love. I'm not a big. Here's the thing. It's like I'm a Jew, non-practicing.
Tomorrow will be the holiday. Yeah.
But but you're right. Tomorrow will be the holiday. But this week is a big holiday. So I'm not a big holiday guy, like I said. I'm Jewish, non-practicing. I like Christmas. I'll do it with people who want to do it. I'll celebrate Hanukkah. Passover was a couple weeks ago. Didn't observe, but whatever. But 420 is upon us. And for those of you who don't know what It's a mixed emotions. These are all mixed emotions because if you love 420, if you know what it is, you're excited about it. If you think drugs are the devil, then that's the sound effect you get. But I don't know what this sound effect is. If you're already vaped out of your mind, this is what you feel? Yeah, this is the chill. This is the one that's Oh yeah, and you love it. Yeah, this is the type of music you want to listen to. But yeah. Yeah, I can't hear you right now.
Sorry, I need to organize these drops.
That's fine. It's fine.
17 weeks doing the show.
It's whatever. We like to fly. There's no structure here. We just do what the fuck we want. And so having that, it's going to be 420 tomorrow. That we're really excited about this. We're gonna smoke some weed. We're gonna roll a joint. Now, this little segment coming up here was kind of inspired by Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen has a new weed company called Houseplant. I have not gotten any of their product yet. Have you?
No.
Every time I try the first, I honestly I've stopped trying to get it. I think the first month it came out, the first few weeks, it was damn near impossible to get any type of product delivered from his dispensary, his company. But I've heard good things. I love Seth Rogen. I love him as a writer and actor, as a performer, as director. Why wouldn't I support? He obviously he's very open, like I am, about smoking weed. Why wouldn't I buy a product from him? But on his Instagram handle, he released a video on how to roll a joint.
Yeah,
which I thought was interesting. I've had plenty of friends that I grew up with who don't know how to roll joints. Some of them know how to roll blunts, but not joints. I like to do both. But he put this video out. It's probably right here, right next to me. Little snippet of it. And it was interesting because there were certain techniques I never even thought about using and or doing. And I still may not do them, but we're going to try to do his style of joint rolling right now. So I'm just going to move my computer here and bring this fine plate of green cannabis that we have pre-crushed, an indie pre-crushed for me.
Yes, of course.
And we're going to do this little J rolling here.
Yeah.
Now, I think in the video, this is
find the video. Do you have it?
Let me find it.
I want to have it up while we're doing it so that we can follow along. Let's see. It's not on YouTube for some reason.
No, I think it was on his Instagram.
Okay.
Let's see here. Is this it? No, this is his how to make his ashtray, which was 4 weeks ago. Where is this it? It might just be an IGTV. Come on, load.
Let me find it here.
Oh, tips. I mean, here we go. IGTV. How to make an ashtray. Wow, it's not here. What the fuck? I know I sent it to people. You know what? Let me look through my messages because I know I sent it to someone. Unless it's gone now. Let me go here.
No worries. Yeah, take your time. I'll just cut this out. Maybe it's on houseplant.com.
Message. Oh, it was part of Hound. Okay, I found it.
Oh, can you text it to me?
Yeah. I'm gonna message. I'll. It's go to. So if you go to House, it's all one word. House Plant US. That's the handle.
Oh, on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Let me put it on the screen that we both see here. Here we go. All right. So, do you want to just roll through it and pause it as we go?
Yeah. Absolutely.
We're gonna have to do that curved thing.
We do.
Yeah, because we don't have to, but
no, we're gonna try
part
it.
Of the step.
We're gonna try it. So we're gonna try it. All right.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So we have the video. We're gonna go through it step by step here. There was just some interesting things. So let's click this off. First of all, I love the way he shot this. With some old school footage. The way the filter that they used, I think, was pretty cool. It's just very like VHS, style gradient going on.
Sorry, my mute button.
All good.
I'm all about the Zoom here. I think there's a copywritten music, so we'll keep it muted.
Okay.
We'll just talk over it.
That's fine. So yeah, I mean, there's See, look at the. This is great footage right here. I love it. I think it's great. Houseplant educational videos.
All right.
Sweater,
yes.
very, very Freddy Krueger sweater he's got going on. How to roll a joint. So he's probably breaking down the process of steps here. It says 4 steps. So you need a grinder. Now we've already grinded up our stuff.
About a ground. Yep.
All right. We have the paper, and we already grounded up the nug. And the fourth is a filter, which we have right here.
Yeah, a little piece of cardboard.
Little piece of cardboard. Okay, so let's pause it here for a second.
Yeah.
Because this was the step that, I mean, right from the beginning. Yeah. So you got to make a curve. You got to rip off the bottom, not the gluey part of the paper where you seal it, but the bottom piece to make a curve. Now, do you do that?
I've never done this before.
I've never done that before.
But when I'm a mask on and off. I'm like the Christian church up here. Kneel up.
Listen, you're half vaccinated, so it's fine. You can half do what you want to do.
I know. We're in my apartment. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And again, as I say this every episode, we're a good 10 to 20 feet separated.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what was the question?
have you ever put a curve?
Oh, the curve.
Like ripped off a piece of paper?
No, but when I saw it, I was like, "That's the missing piece to my terrible joints."
Do you? I mean, I guess so. Go back. Just go back
Yeah.
a couple of frames because I want to see how he rips it off. Does he lick it? Does he like? Okay, so he
just rips it.
He just tears it. How does he tear it so perfectly though? God damn.
You just got to keep your thumb there, you know. Let's see. Let me go back a little farther.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Let me see. Let me watch this technique here. So he doesn't start like at the corner. He starts up at the top.
Well, I mean, just start at not very much at the top, and then just try to go near
The bottom.
Yeah, as close as you can. I don't. This is hard.
I'm fucking this up already.
As long as it's a general curve. Oh no! Yeah.
The bell curve. We're getting graded on a curve system here.
Here, I'll show.
See, like this is why I don't. I mean, like once I don't understand people that fuck with the paper once they like it shouldn't be. All right, I guess I got a curve.
I guess the thing is like as long as the corners are out of the way.
Okay, so I got that. I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah,
Took it off. Okay, so that's gone. So now we shoot that out. Okay, so let's go to the next step here. So we got the curve, which again, I've never used the curve before. Okay. And he explains why. I don't remember why he uses the curve, but okay, so now you got to grind your flour. And I found this interesting. I always grind my flour, but never grind it too much because then the air doesn't get through. And I've never had this issue, but it makes sense because I've had people packing it too tight. Okay, so after you break it, all right, so let's see here. Take it with the thumb.
So the gum's facing you?
Like, yeah, the gum is facing you. Okay. So now we put this in here. A little sprinkle, dash, dash.
This is the best dead air on a podcast because we're just rolling. That's great.
We should have gotten an ASMR mic and like fucking
condenser mic and just hear everything.
Exactly.
Everything.
So like I'm not going to use all the weed that's on the plate because a lot of it is very finely ground. But okay, it seems
Apologies.
Dude, it's fine. It's what a grinder does.
Right.
So now it seems as if he's taking it and
all right, shall I continue here?
Yeah. Let me see here.
Just slip that middle part up and it should roll right in. Let's try it.
See, my problem with joints when I don't roll them when I roll them normally is that they're not even.
Yeah, same. I suck at them.
So like right now, like it's not.
This is so much better.
It's actually kind of better with the curve. So
way
like
better with the curve.
So I think I rolled mine a little too tight. So I got to loosen mine up a bit here because I'm used to rolling. Fuck! It's been so long since I rolled the joint, dude.
Hey. Ooh, it's falling out a little bit. Hey, got it.
Let me see.
Nice.
That looks nice. That looks real nice, dude.
Room.
Yeah, I'm fucking up. Let me. Fuck! Everything fell out. Everything fucking fell out. It's because I was worried I was gonna roll it too tight, so I'm gonna break it up again, and then I gotta add some of the pieces that fucking fell out. God damn it, Zach. So this is my issue: is that like this is why I roll cones because cones are easier to roll for me because I think I get a better shape with the cone.
Yeah. I can never do cones. I know cones are easier, but for some reason the shape of a cone, I can't wrap my head around it. How to roll it right.
This is gonna be a terrible joint. Actually, it came out okay. But I
not bad.
See, my problem is that I rolled this end piece, and so this is the thing that the next thing that gets me is that he rolled it without the fucking filter.
Yeah.
So let's go to the
you
next.
always roll it without the filter.
What?
Yeah.
What?
What do you mean?
I've never done that. I've always rolled the filter. I've always gotten to this part and then dumped the filter in before.
Filter in last because you never know. Oh, I mean,
what do you mean you never know? Now my hole is too small to put the fucking filter in. That's never been a problem before.
Well, I don't know. I've always done it the opposite way because you never know which side fits the crutch better. But I guess when you roll it with it in there, you don't. You're
creating it. And I think that's why it's easier for me to roll.
So I'm an idiot. Yeah.
All right, so now we're folding this thing up, but let's go to the filter part. Yeah. Now we're putting this. And he goes into this whole. The cool thing about the filter is we're sealing the joint, which we've already done. Yeah, see, his is so much fucking nicer than mine. And now I don't remember which side's which, but fuck it.
Now we got to insert the filter. Okay, so.
Yeah, and he does it like that. Right.
Yeah.
But right after this, he tells me, which is interesting, he goes, you can adjust the filter shape or like the design so you know if you're smoking an indica, sativa, or hybrid.
Smart.
Which is kind of cool. And I've seen that on joints, pre-rolls that I bought in here. And I never thought of that. And now I look every time. It's like a fine wine.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. All right. Okay, that works.
I'm glad it works for you, Indy.
Oh, yeah. And they're like swimwear, dog.
Nah, man. See, fuck this shit. In there like swimwear. I need clippers. It's fine. It's half of it's 3/4 in.
There you go.
I think I put it in the wrong way. Like I folded it long ways as opposed to.
I see.
But I feel it pulling.
Let's get a little toke on, huh?
Let's get a little blaze on. Now wait, there's one more piece of this video, which is I think making the fuse tip. Okay, so I think the last step, Indy, is all right. So he puts it in the filter. Okay, so we got that. That's what it looks like, and that's it. And now, bonus tip. Oh, it's a bonus tip. Oh, see, this is it right there. So that's interesting. And then step 6, finishing the joint. So now it's clamping this at the top. So like what I normally do is like I used to shake it so I can get everything down, but I'm worried my filter's gonna fucking fly.
With that tip, that'll pack them in there tightly.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do that.
So it's interesting. Let's see.
Let's try it.
See, I can tell it's sealed nicely because it's sealing the top.
Yeah.
All right. Let's light this bad boy. And it's a very simple J. I will say it's pretty. It's. Come on, light, bitch.
It works.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep. That works. Sweet. All right.
Hey, that's the Zach Dressler show, y'all. That's how we do it, huh?
Sweet. Well, I don't want to get too lit before Chris gets on. I know my man was probably going to be token as well, but I want to be somewhat clear-headed. But yeah, that was interesting. I don't know. I mean, it's a cool technique.
I love the curve.
You're all about curve.
All about the curve. I think it takes somebody like Seth Rogen to revolutionize joint rolling. I think.
Listen, the man's done enough. Okay, let someone else revolutionize joint rolling. I don't think it's revolution.
An iconic film at 13 years old. He's
Did he
already.
really?
I mean, Superbad. I mean, he wrote that at 13 years old, right?
Oh, I didn't know he wrote that at 13. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I will say one of the coolest, and I do know the behind the scenes of this. I say that one of the coolest things I've seen in all of it. He's done a lot of cool shit in his movies, but was this Pineapple Express.
Oh, yeah.
When he did the cross joint.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Sorry. That is fucking cool. I don't care.
The mic. That's okay.
I know. But because I don't even know how to construct something like that.
Yeah. You all right?
But
did you lift off?
It's funny. You know what's interesting? It's interesting because I'm used to rolling. Maybe this is post-pandemic Zach. I'm used to rolling joints that are shareable. So I think that's why I roll cones or blunts. But I ain't sharing shit with nobody for a long time.
You're rolling multiple ones.
I'm rolling multiple ones. So this might be because I used to roll kind of joints like this, and my friends would be like, "Dude, these are pinners, bro. Why are you giving me pinners? Give me a regular." I'm like, "Dude, this is a regular size joint. What the fuck are you talking about?" You know. And now as we get older, it's like I don't need to smoke that much to get me high anymore. So
yeah. Well, hey.
Well, anyway, let's. That was good. I'm nice and toasty. And let's get my buddy. Jesus Christ, this is gonna be a great interview. Let's get my buddy Chris McRomney on the show. My friend Chris McRomney joining us right now, man. Dude, it's good to catch up with you. It's good to see you. First thing I want to do and say is congrats on that role with fucking Superman and Lois.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
How like, I mean, tell me about it. Like, how did that come about? You're an actor, so like, I'm sure you auditioned for it, but like to get something awesome like this, I mean, you've done plenty of fucking cool shit.
Yeah. I mean, it was great. Like, you know, we all go through the process with the pandemic happening and everything right now. We're doing self-tapes at home. So I just, I did a self-tape for it. And I honestly, you know, I kind of threw it away because that's what we got to do, right?
Yeah.
You know, like, just like, okay, did it. It's out there. And got the call like from my agent, and they were like, "Oh, I got it around Christmas time, actually."
Nice.
So she's like, "Oh, you booked Superman and Lois, but they're not going to shoot until the new year." But she's like, "Merry Christmas." And then I think like a day later, it was like Turner and Hooch, which was just another small little thing that I got to do. So it was nice, 2 little Christmas presents to work in the new year. But honestly, the experience on Superman and Lois was unreal. Just because, I mean, as kids, right? Like, do we not like always pretend to be superheroes?
No, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I was excited for you. I mean, I know you love this world that, you know, Superman, Marvel, you know, Star Wars, all that stuff like I do. So like, you know, it's cool when we book gigs, it's cool when we create things, but to book something that like you've been in love with passionate with,
you're so into, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? And you kind of follow the different takes on these characters, you know, because you know the guy that's playing Superman right now is like, you know, he's the latest kind of rendition, at least for television.
Yeah, and
he's doing a fantastic job. But you know, he came up through the other CW shows, right? It was like Supergirl and all the other Arrowverse type of things. But it was just, you know, it was a long day because you had to do a day and night stuff. And then, you know, as an actor, well, I guess you're going to be sitting around.
Yep. Just
right?
waiting.
Yeah, I think I was there from like 8 till almost 1 in the morning.
Wow. And has the episode aired?
Yeah, the episode aired like 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay,
I think.
okay. When you posted.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's come out, and it was cool. It's fun. It was a quick little thing, you know, but didn't die. So that's always good.
Yeah, exactly. So how have things been going up there with COVID? I know we've, you know, like you said, it's been tough. Like, is it been just as bad in the States? Are you guys like doing the thing, you know, precautions or what?
When it comes to the industry, or as in general, like life out here?
Life out there. Because I feel like life everywhere else outside of the United States is grand and great, and here it's in the States. It's like depends on what state you're actually in.
You guys were absolutely fucking bonkers. I think you know. There's been a changing of the guard, and now it sounds like things are under control. But you know, we're looking from the outside in. You're on the inside, so you'd probably know better. But out here, honestly, in BC. We were doing so well during that first wave, right? Like everybody got locked down, right? The country, everybody globally.
Well, everyone did it right globally, except for us.
Yeah. You know, hey, not your fault.
No, nothing. That's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault except for some guy that shouldn't have been there in the first place. But you know, whatever.
Exactly. But you know, out here we were doing all right, and like I talked to people in, you know, Winnipeg. I talked to people in Toronto, and like they've had it pretty bad, like lockdown wise. Here, it's honestly, until more recently, it's kind of felt like life as normal, because once the initial restrictions kind of wore off, like gyms have been open, you know, they started group classes, you go get your hair cut.
Okay.
I've never not been able to go, other than like the initial lockdown phase, but like go and get something from, like, say, the mall.
Interesting.
You know? Like, so go to a restaurant, there's breweries all around, like, you can go, they're following protocols. Let's get that clear, right? There's prospects, and there's, like, you got to wear masks until you've been served your drink or your food, you know, but I felt like I was still living life. Recently, because of the new variants and stuff, they've done a shutdown. There's no like dine-in service, like, as of like last Thursday.
Oh, no shit.
So, yeah, everything's back to like patio or takeout only.
Okay.
And like no church services, no fitness classes.
Gotcha.
Stuff like that for like 3 weeks.
But what about production? I mean, did you guys did you have struggle with production? I mean, Vancouver's heavy into production for a lot of different things.
Things are rolling. Like there's obviously, I think, been hiccups, especially maybe at the beginning when they were first introducing their protocols.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's great. You got to get COVID tested like 3 times before actually.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
3 times before going on set once. You have to get tested 3 times.
So yeah, for example, like there was, what show was it? I think it was Charmed.
Okay.
And I believe Charmed was was the very beginning of the whole COVID protocol. So they made you do the wardrobe fitting from here. I did it from here. Like they dropped some boxes off. I got into my clothes, did a camera, like a Zoom meeting, basically.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, we like that. Okay, cool. Put it into box number 2, leave it back outside your house. They had transport come pick it up. And that's how they decided wardrobe. And then after, I had to go get tested. Like, I think I shot on the Friday. If I was shooting on, let's say if I was shooting on the Friday, I'd get tested on Monday, have to get tested on the Wednesday, then get tested on the Friday.
Like a rapid test.
When you go onto set. Wow. So that's more of like probably a contact tracing one, I would say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
That's funny because it's like I went on a shoot today for the very first time, like for my new job and everything, and I haven't been on set on anywhere since last March, right before the pandemic. And before the pandemic, like right before it happened, before everything shut down, we did a shoot, it was like a music show type of shoot. Everyone was wearing masks. Everyone, there wasn't testing that was available yet to do it, but everyone was like, you had to like wipe your hands down. This one, we only had to do one COVID test. So we had to do it 2 days before the shoot or 3 days before the shoot. So I got my COVID test last Friday. It came back on Monday negative. And I thought we'd have to do it again, considering we were shooting on Wednesday. They're like, nope, that's it. Like, have you been anywhere? I'm like, I've been to the grocery store. I've been doing things, not like seeing people. And then when you get there, they take your temperature, but there's no, and you just have to wear your mask.
But like that's so
it's so lax.
It's so insane to me. Like here, it's like you show up, you gotta, when you show up to the studio for your first COVID test or whatever, or wherever they're doing the tests, like you gotta have your mask on. Like you don't take it off until.
No, we didn't. I didn't take off my mask at all. And maybe it's because this was these are major studio productions, so studio has bigger protocol. I've heard like I remember when they reopened Hollywood, and I think it was in October with shooting. One of my friends is a set designer, wardrobe designer for a show on CBS, and they were just, they're figuring out all their protocols. They're hiring all these third team protocol like parties, these companies to come in and run it. And the first day that they were there, they each had to get tested 2 days before, then get rapid tested there. And my friend got rapid tested, and she tested negative, the one before, and thought she was good, and she was good. And then they did a rapid test. She's sitting there eating lunch with one of her friends, like off break, and she gets a phone call from like a random number. And she picks up, she goes, hello? She goes, hi, is this, I'm not going to say her name, so-and-so? Yeah. Like, yeah. Like, where are you right now? Who is this? She's like, oh, these are the people that are doing the protocol for the COVID testing. Where are you right now? She goes, well, what do you want? She goes, well, where are you right now? They're like freaking her out. You know, like, yeah, it's like, because again, it's very new. And they're like, well, she's like, I'm having lunch right now. Like, where are you having lunch? She's like, I'm in whatever part of the studio set. And they're like, and all of a sudden she said like 3 people, it was like something from Monsters Inc. 3 people just come and swarm her. And they're like, there she is. And they had to like take her away because her test that she took, rapid test, came back positive. However, it was a mess up by the person who was doing the intake. He wrote down the wrong person.
Oh man.
And it's like, you know, like the whole, she was paranoid, you know, she was, you know, traumatized. She was upset by it because again, it's like, she's been taking all these precautions. She also has like a pre-existing condition. So she's freaking the fuck out.
Freaking out, like, yeah, what the hell's gonna happen?
And so like it was a whole, I mean, it went all the way to the studio head and they had to apologize and like, you know, if you want to take a week off, and she took a week off because she's like, I don't know, like now I'm nervous. Like, you know, if someone had it on set who they said they claimed that they did and they mistook me, like how are they gonna get this right? And so I think like the company had it, obviously the company had to find a new company to come in and do it. But it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean,
oh man.
I feel like when everything gets back to normal, you know, I was talking about with my producer Indy before, like everyone has this anxiety about returning to a normal workplace, whether, you know, what no matter what job
like,
you have.
But like what is it? What is normal?
Right.
Going to be right.
Right.
So, you know, what is it that we're going back to? You know, I for one, I'm pretty comfortable working at home.
Yeah. You know, exactly.
Have become comfortable, but I understand the need to also have people out in the workplace.
Sure. I mean, I just think it's just so much. It's weird working from home when you start a new job or when you're, you know, everyone's starting a new company, but like just working from home, I feel like it takes away that element of normal socialization. Like people are losing socialized skills because it's not like I can turn around to you and be like, yo man, you want to grab a cup of coffee? I got to like hit you up formally not formally, but you know, hitting you up on computer or email or Slack.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, how are you? What's going on? Rather than be like, yo, dude.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's true. It's true. And you don't want that disconnect, right?
Yeah, no, of course not.
Yeah.
So
yeah, who knows? Protocols here are good. They've done an amazing job like out here.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good.
Yeah.
So I know, like you're a producer, you're a director, an actor. What do you prefer to be? Like, what do you prefer? Do you like being in front of the camera or behind the camera? I know, like me, I like to do both, but like, do you have a preference?
Yeah. You know what? Like, it's a love-hate thing. I think when it comes to producing, you know.
Yeah.
Acting's always going to be my number one thing, and I kind of like lost sight of that, I think, for a bit, because, you know, I was doing a lot of producing. Like
that's how we met.
Like, Chris, was that?
That's how we met when it was at the festival. You were the producer of that.
Yeah, exactly. Night Owl High.
Night Owl High, yeah.
It was at Seattle Web Fest.
We were at Seattle and then Vancouver. Yeah.
Seattle's where we met.
That's where we met. Yeah, Seattle's where we met.
Yeah, blazing by a gate that opened in the middle of.
Yep.
That. Anyways, but yeah, acting for sure is what I love doing the most. And what I decided to do last year, like in 2019, I was just like, all right, you know, I've been doing a lot of producing. The last thing I had finished working on was B-Side, which we won like an MPA grant and got to do for the Whistler Film Fest.
Right.
And an amazing experience, but it was exhausting. And at the end of that, I was just like, man, I would love to just be able to be called onto set and just show up and like, you know, do this little job and not have to worry 24 hours a day about
everything that goes into the production of it all.
Exactly. Yeah. Because, you know, as a producer, like you do everything, but it's some of the most least recognizable work.
Sure. But, absolutely.
You know, it's kind of like you kind of take the shit for everything. It's like being a waiter, right? You know, the waiter.
No, 100%.
Shit for everything that happens in the restaurant.
No, exactly. I think that, you know, the struggle sometimes, like I find being like, you know, wanting to be in front of the camera and also producing is that like a lot of the times you end up producing the things you're in front of, you know, and then when someone likes your work, they're like, hey, we want to use your work or buy your work, but we don't want you in front of the camera.
Yeah.
You know, like you could be the EP, you can be the producer, but we want to replace you. Are you cool with that? And it's an ego check, but it's also like, I feel like it's a good ego check. It's like, you know what? I'm glad I got this piece to where it needs to be. And if people think, you know, somebody else can heighten this and make this project better, sure. And I think that's a hard thing to do. I know a lot of people that struggle to do it, where they've written something and they produce something, whether it's like a pilot, 2 pilots a season, whatever it is, and they present it, and a company comes back to them and they're like, we love it, but we don't want you as the main role. And then people just like, you know what, then it's not for sale. It's not for you.
Well, they back out. And I think that's like, you know, that's a situation like mine, I think, is a bit different of a situation where it's like, you know, you're very involved in the projects that you end up producing. So you've written them, or you've put yourself in as a character. And I know so many people who end up doing that, but because I've never really like I became a producer, and I never really had the whole like, oh, I write, or like, you know, the opportunity to really put myself into something. Night Owl High, like I had like a line or two, like just as a cameo, but for the most part, like I don't end up working on projects that like I'm heavily involved in when it comes to the writing of it, or being in it as an actor. I'm kind of like asked by somebody like, hey, would you like to produce, so on and such. I join a team, or you know, to try and win a grant or whatever.
No, I get that.
So I have like a different level of attachment, so I can see that when you put like your everything into a project, it's so hard to let it go.
True.
And on my end, I kind of like, I embrace and I love the project, and it'll always be something that I'll promote forever. But I very easily like kind of, after I'm done making it, it's whoever wrote it, the director, the person that's like, thanks for helping me do this, is usually like, I'm going to carry it to wherever I need to carry it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
no, I get that. And I get that. I think, and I'm totally with you on that whole sentiment, but I find it, I always find it interesting when someone's trying to break through, and they really want to break through in any possible way, you know, mostly in front of the camera, being an actor. If you have a project, even though it might be your baby, you love it, sometimes, like you say, like when you're doing auditions, you just got to do the audition and let it go. I feel the same way with projects, because if you really want to break through as an actor or into this industry as a director, sometimes like if someone loves something so much and this is your way in, like take it, let that go. Let it see what happens, because people are still going to come back to you for other opportunities, you know?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
And I think people get so fixated sometimes with like, this is my baby, I need to make it my way, and then nothing happens. And nothing may happen even if you give the baby away. I mean, how many times have you, I mean, you know, plenty of people in this industry that have written pilots and written shows, and the company has bought it and they've made it and they've produced it, and then never sees the light of day.
Right. And that's how it goes, I would say,
a lot of the time.
For like a good 80 to 90% of the projects that are out there.
But the thing is that people get called for other projects and get involved more because you know, they've let go of that, you know, this expectation where it's like, I need to make this, because again, an opportunity may come down the road where you get to rewrite a little bit, and even if it's rewritten a little bit, you get to make it, and maybe you might be able to be in it this time.
Yeah, so. Exactly. I mean, that's what a lot of people also tell me. They're when they're like, "Are you still producing?" And I'm like, "Not really." I kind of like hands down said I'm not producing for 2020.
Yeah.
You know, before the world was going to spin out of control.
Yeah.
It was the plan, you know,
right.
Just to focus on acting for the year.
Yeah.
I got a new agent just for a fresh start, try new things. Booked off the first audition, so
Great.
That was done. You know, and it was a great ride. Like, I mean, pandemic, sure, it slowed things down for a bit, but I think for every actor, it was like kind of a blessing to be able to start learning how to do your tapes at home, like set your stuff up, man. How many people like didn't have the equipment before when it came to a self-tape, and then they're running off and paying, you know, $60-$70 to somebody to go tape it. Hey, guilty, because people used to come here and get tapes. Nobody does now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm glad people are doing their own thing.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I completely agree. I can totally, my girlfriend's the same way. My girlfriend, you know, was she was, thankful a bit for the pandemic because everything slowed down for her. She didn't have to she didn't have to work so many different jobs to make rent, so she can go on auditions and have these, unique times and be flexible. She really she's a brilliant actress, but she's even more talented as a VO actress. And so she got to slow down. She built this whole VO booth in our closet.
Nice.
And literally just from day one of the pandemic, just started going on voices.com and other places and just, auditioning. And then, not even joke, 3 weeks later, she booked like a commercial. She started booking more and all this stuff. And, now she's got an opportunity. She was casted, and it's going to air in October for some animated series that's going to be on Netflix. Yeah.
Amazing.
But
Amazing.
I honestly think if this, like you said, if things didn't slow down, if she didn't get to sit down and focus,
some of those opportunities may have never.
She might have just kept on going through the whole rat race of it all and just burnt herself out with, doing these odd end jobs and taking these freelance jobs just to make ends meet while she was waiting for someone to call for an audition. Now, it's like she took matters into her own hands.
Yeah, exactly. It was a great opportunity, I think, for everybody to just slow down and try some new things.
Absolutely.
And when it came to self tapes, you got to hand in your best work, as opposed to going in and nerves will get the best of them. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. I completely agree.
First take or two, and then you're like, I guess I'll see you in 6 or 7 months. Later, whereas now you get to edit it, and
you get to watch and analyze it, take your time.
Let's do that again. So it's good, and I think that will help for when we are eventually back into the room. I think it's going to give you a new level of confidence because you've been able to work out the things that you never noticed.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna I think when you talk about getting back into the room, I think this is gonna broaden. It's going to open up more for actors around the world to audition, because you don't have to come to Hollywood anymore. You don't have to go to a certain location or New York or Vancouver or wherever the hell the production's happening.
Exactly.
To meet the agent, to meet the casting director. You can just log on and just do it.
Yeah. And I mean, it's funny because you could have did that before.
Right, but they didn't want to. Everything had to be in person. Yeah, we realized that every single thing that was always a meeting could have been an email now. We realize that. There's just so much this pandemic has just shown us. It's kind of crazy.
It's nuts. But hey, we're all making it. We're gonna get there.
So what's the ultimate role that you would want to play? What is your ultimate dream role? If there is one, is it a drama? Is it a comedy? Is it an action sci-fi type movie? What would you if someone was like, hey, we're going to give you some money, what kind of role do you want to play? We want to put you in it. What do you want to do?
Oh man, you know what? A drama is always something that I'd love to do, something like a heartfelt piece, obviously. It's a mixed bag of feelings, to be honest, man. You want to do something fun like a comedy. You see how much fun those guys always have on set when when it's that tight knit group and they're improvising and they're just riffing off of each other, and that looks like a lot of fun. And then after my experience of being on Superman and Lois and just getting to do some action stuff, I'm how badass would it be to be in an action film?
Yeah, exactly. I think about that all the time. I just think about man, one day I just hope Marvel has a character that I just fit so perfectly for.
Perfectly,
that I could just him. They just find me on Instagram and they're like, we want that guy to play this villain or this. I think I'd want. Here's the thing: is I think I want to play a villain. If I was in that type, if they were giving me a genre like that, if someone was like, hey, we're making some type of action superhero movie, what do you want to play? I think I want to play the villain.
You'd be the villain.
Yeah. I think because it'd be fun to play. It's not something I can do in real life. It's you can't be the bad, I can't be the bad guy. And I think it'd be fun to act like that.
Yeah.
And have that persona.
Sure. And that's the beauty of acting, right? You get to be someone you're not.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get to pretend to be someone else. And that would be super fun. we should lobby to Marvel.
Listen, they got so many characters. Can I just play one? I'll do, you know, when they reboot X-Men, I can be Beast. Like, I'm cool with that. Or, you know,
why not? Like, give us a shot.
He's right? He's a good guy, but like, you know, I can be someone terrible. I can be horrible.
Like, I could play someone small.
Yeah, whatever. Just put me in there. I'll, you know, I could play a raccoon if you want. I could do the voice of that if you need me.
Yeah, no problem. Love it.
So I know you're a big Lego guy. I'm a huge Lego guy. Your Lego game is on point. Mine is just in a storage unit somewhere. What are you building right now? What do you want to build next? I know you got some like big pieces of, like in front of you there.
Yeah, I got some big pieces, and you know, as much as I want to build like say the Millennium Falcon or the Star Destroyer, it's just a matter of like time and space.
Yeah.
You know, I'm running out of space, but I keep on buying, which is
it's the curse.
It's awful. Like I have the Discovery and the Discovery space shuttle coming right now. Yeah.
So do you do them all? You can't do them all. I feel like you can't do these all in one day. But do you glue them together? Do you keep them like intact?
No.
Okay.
No,
I know some people that build them because like, you know, because they're obsessed with them and they don't want to destroy them ever again. So they keep it intact by gluing it all together.
Yeah. No. I would just take it apart if I had to. I haven't had to move yet. And that's like my fear. I'm like, this day I build the big one is the day that I'm going to find out I have to move into a fucking tiny apartment.
So you got to think positive, man. You'd be like, the day I build a big one is the day that some studio comes to me and offers me $1 million to be, you know, the lead actor. And then, you know, and then I get to move into a bigger place.
True. I'm going to start spinning the positive.
Gotta spin that positive, bro.
Spin it positive. Yeah. So right now I'm working on the Ecto 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about halfway built.
Okay.
Working on that. And then the next piece, it's it might be it might be the Discovery. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We've also got like the Darth Vader helmet coming.
Yeah, you got a lot of Star Wars. I know you love Star Wars as much as I do.
Yeah, a lot of Star Wars.
Have you been watching like the stuff on Disney Plus, the Marvel and the Star Wars verse that they have out there?
Yeah.
Are you into it?
Oh yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. I
got my Mando shirt on.
Oh, you got your Mando shirt? Nice. I got my Star Wars jammies.
Nice.
Yeah. Star Wars fan in the house. Amazing. Yeah, I've been watching it. Like, I loved WandaVision.
Yeah, dude. WandaVision was perfect.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Like, what a way to tell a story.
I think it was interesting because I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, I'm gonna watch the whole thing regardless of what they were feeding me at that point. But I was like, what are they going for here? I was digging at the whole, like every episode was a TV genre decade. I thought it was fantastic. I thought that was brilliant, and it spoke to so many different generations, you know, and it taught generations about, you know, previous decades.
Yeah.
But I thought Paul Bettany's acting was fantastic. Elizabeth Olsen's acting was fantastic. They really did a great job casting the whole thing.
Oh yeah, everybody was amazing, and like it left you always kind of like wondering like what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think it's
position in your face so much where you're like,
yeah. Yeah, and it left you a lot of like this. Oh, could this happen? Oh, you see that they brought her children into this. Who's next? Who are they gonna? Is Strange gonna come in? Like who? And then they brought in so many crazy characters.
Yeah.
Are you watching Falcon Winter Soldier? Have you started watching that yet?
I am. Yeah. So I'm pretty current on that one as well.
It's good. It's different, and which I knew it was gonna be. I knew it was gonna be a buddy cop thing.
Yeah, you can't really compare those two. They're
no,
like completely different works of art, you know.
Yeah.
But it's more of the typical kind of Marvel fare, I would say.
Yeah, it's just action packed. It's got like, I think the twist is, and you tell me what you think your theory is, because this is only going to be this thing is only going to be, from what I understand, 6 episodes.
Oh, okay.
So we're halfway done from what I understand.
Yeah.
But I think what happens is that John Walker, I think turns bad. I think he goes the way of One Nation, One People, the Red Fist, whatever, Red Hand people.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Thank you. And I think he gets frustrated because everyone, you can see it, everyone's just like, you're not the captain, you're not real cap, which he's not, he never will be. And I think he really wants that, regardless of what he thinks, what he says he doesn't want. I think he does want that, and I think he somehow turns bad, and he becomes a super soldier. They inject him with all that stuff, and I think at some point, Sam and what's his name? Jesus Christ, Bucky. They get the shield back somehow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're definitely getting that shield back. Yeah. It's interesting to see where it's going. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna turn, if Walker's gonna turn or not.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
or if he becomes like a different version of Captain America, right? Because I'm pretty sure there was
in the comic books there were several Captain Americas, but I think one of them was played by Falcon, Sam's character.
Yeah,
and because I think in the comic book the way it works, and he references it, Bucky references it, he becomes the White Wolf.
Yes,
which is what they reference in Civil War when he goes to Wakanda. He's like, he's the White Wolf now. I think because I'm wondering why it's only 6 episodes, because what I saw with WandaVision was how they're intertwining this with what's it called? Doctor Strange is the next movie, the Madness in the Multiverse, because she's going to be I think Agatha Harkness is going to be in that as well. Yes. So all 3 of them are going to be major roles in that, which is kind of cool. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Falcon and Winter Soldier will always play into the verse, but like what movies are they going to play into is what I'm curious. I mean, it'll definitely be an Avengers movie. I don't know if it'll be like part of like
Thor.
Yeah, but Thor, I think, is going to be the whole culmination of those movies with what's her name? It's becoming female Thor.
Oh yeah, Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I think that's the whole premise of that, and I think Thor is also going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 from One Year's Day.
Yes.
So
yes, because he was last seen with them, wasn't he?
That's how he leaves out. That's how they all fly away with one another. I'm excited for this verse. I'm really excited with the Disney stuff, because I feel like Disney has done such a good job with their TV shows. Like, I'm excited to see Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm excited to see the Book of Boba that's coming out. That's going to be brilliant. And Mandalorian was fantastic. And I think they're going to do a third season with that as well.
Yeah. I believe they've confirmed they're doing a 3rd season of it, and you know, the Book of Boba or whatever it's going to be a different spin-off. It's
been better than the movies. It's been better than the past 3 movies. I mean, you know, everyone has their own take on the 3 movies. I didn't hate them, but
I didn't hate them, but like this has stepped it up.
They needed to put that whole thing to bed. Like I'm excited to see the new series and things that are going to come out movie wise.
Like the Skywalker saga to sleep. Like, let's focus on the rest of the world that's been built.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited for that stuff. I mean, I was like, just be a dream to like nail a role on one of those shows. Like even they have the new Mighty Ducks show. Like I was like, when I heard they were doing a new Mighty Ducks TV show, I was like, I want to be an angry, disappointed parent in the stands.
Right?
Like, that's who I want to play, like yelling at my kid.
But did they shoot that up here?
Yes. Yeah. They did a lot. I think they did a lot of production over the past year and a half up in Vancouver, whether it was because of the pandemic, not because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, I know that they've been doing a lot of shooting elsewhere.
Oh yeah. And the city's been busy.
That's good.
Yeah, it's not
I know they shoot a lot of Marvel and X-Men stuff. I know they shot Deadpool. Both Deadpools up in Vancouver.
Yeah. Got to. I saw it like on the bridge. It's like actually right by like where my warehouse for work used to be. So I saw when they were shooting like the bridge scene from the first Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the viaduct.
That's so fucking cool. Like I mean you don't I feel like you see certain things in LA. You see a lot of driving scenes, right? Indy, you probably see like a lot of driving in LA, but all the studio stuff is done in the studios. New York, you see certain like you see stuff going on, movies, but it's more for like cops and well, not cops, but like Law and Order SVU and like those type of things.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the places you get to see cool outdoor production where it's like in the city is like Vancouver or Atlanta. Atlanta's buzzing with that now.
Yeah. And you always know it's Vancouver if you see like mountains.
Yeah.
Trees,
And,
like,
and everything's there's clean air. You can just tell the air's cleaner up in Vancouver than it is anywhere else.
Smog in the air? It's definitely Vancouver. It's busy up here. Plus, like for us too, we don't see a lot of like the big stuff being done because there's so many studios now, right? Netflix has the studio here. There's studios everywhere.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff's being shot in there. But, from the first the Henry Cavill, I believe, Superman film, when he's
Man of Steel one?
Yeah, Man of Steel, when he's the helicopter scene and there's a fire going on.
Oh yeah. That was shot in Vancouver?
That was shot. Did you come to my place when you were in Vancouver?
No.
You didn't ever come across, but like I could see it from like my deck.
No shit.
Where they shot it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just right by the water, and they had all these shipping containers up, green screen on them. Yeah.
Damn. See, that's cool. That's cool to see. Like everyone, I think thinks that Hollywood is just always there's movies going on, and there might be. You just don't see it. I don't think. But yeah, that'd be. See, I want to I have yet to work on a big production. That's like I think a goal of mine. Whether it's prefer to be acting in it, but even if I get to AD it or whatever, or be an assistant camera, whatever it may be, I just want to be on a movie set because it's just something I've always wanted to do. But we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, exactly. In due time, man. Like I'm watching you. You're always progressing, always growing, always doing something new, man. So like, there's nowhere to go but up, man, for all of us.
Oh, absolutely. How you feel about your Raptors this year, man? They're not looking too good.
Oh man, it's been disheartening.
Yeah, listen, you got the chip, man. You got the chip.
You got exactly
with Kawhi. You got it all.
Wonderful year. It was amazing. It was a great run. No one thought we could do it, and we did. So I'll take it.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If KD stays healthy, do you think you still win that chip?
If KD stays healthy,
forget about Clay, because if Clay's gone, Clay's gone. But if KD,
we would have figured out how to clamp him down.
Okay.
We did it to Antetokounmpo. It took us a couple games.
No,
but we figured him out.
Dude, Kawhi was on something that year. Kawhi was just on it, and he could turn it on at any point. I mean, he might turn it on for the Clippers this year.
We'll see. Like, what's the guy doing? Like, let's go win it. LA's not doing so great. Well, the Lakers aren't doing so great right now.
Yeah, I mean, Lakers. I mean, Bron's injured. Bron's the core of that team. Like people, I like when. I mean, listen, I'm a Jordan guy, but I also love Bron.
Okay.
Because I look what I mean. Bron's done so much for a lot of people, but like I think you can claim that I mean, listen, I'll totally get. He's been on some super ridiculous teams. Oh
yeah, absolutely.
But I think last year that championship. I mean, it was a weird year to see a championship won. It's been hard watching sports, but we can get that in a minute. But like, I think if Bron's not in that team, even if they have AD, they don't win a championship. And I don't know. And this year, I don't know even if they have Bron if they win it, because I think that West is so stacked that with the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Jazz, even the Suns look good.
It's so weird looking at the standings.
Yeah, it's listen. I'm a Nets fan. I am a Nets fan, and I before they moved to Brooklyn, I was a Nets fan.
Yeah.
So like, it's weird to see Brooklyn it's weird to see the Nets at the top of the division. That hasn't happened since 2000, 2001 when they had Vince Carter and Kidd.
Yeah. No, the Nets are insane.
I mean, it's a ridiculously talented team. It's almost makes me. I don't want to say it doesn't want me make me be a fan, but to see that much, I like parity. I like seeing parity in the NBA or any sport, really. I never like it when there's super teams, but it seems that right now in the NBA, there's just so much talent that every team, that all the top 4 or 5 teams are super teams. You look at Philly, you look at Milwaukee, you look at Brooklyn, and then just definitely look at the West.
And it's like the deep talent pool, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can even listen. If Washington could find another big man between Beal and Westbrook, that's a super team. They're just not playing it well right now.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know how it's all going to shake out at the end of the day, but
I'm hoping the Nets win. I would just like to see Nets win one. Just one. And if it's this year, and then that's it. Break up the team after. I don't give a shit.
One for Zach.
That's it. That's it. Either this year or next year. And you can crap on KD, you can crap on Hart. That's fine. I just want a championship with the team, man.
Yeah. Like, I don't care who brings it to me.
The Lakers. It's interesting. I've never grown up in New York. I was a Yankees fan, so like I get it. Like you're used to winning. The Yankees are great. The Yankees are fantastic.
Yeah.
Out here, it's just so different because the Lakers. It's like I see Yankeeism in Lakerism. Do you understand what I mean? Like, being out here, it's just like the Lakers can't do any wrong. LeBron can't do any wrong. But then the moment they do something wrong, they want to throw them under the bus. They want to break up the team. They want to destroy everything.
Sounds like Canuck fans.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the way it works?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. What was that?
Like to set things on fire.
What was that? What year was that? 2004 when it was Vancouver versus someone, and Vancouver either won or lost, and they had a huge.
I think Vancouver lost. There was a huge riot, but then I think it happened again like several years later, and everyone was kind of joking, oh yeah, we lose, it's going to be a riot. And I was working at Boston Pizza over on this side of the water, and by the end of my shift, I looked over and it was nothing but helicopters and streams of smoke coming out of the city, and I'm like, fuck. Couldn't even get on the sea bus to go across because everyone was like, oh, let's go and check it out.
Of course.
Like locking it down. But yeah, no, it's absolutely crazy. I'm glad that I don't invest myself into sports like that.
Yeah, no,
I'm big on raps, but you wouldn't catch me setting anything on fire.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like I've lost, and I think it's just because of the pandemic. I've lost like my interest in watching sports. Like I used to have sports on in the background and used to be, and I can still do it with NFL. I do it with NBA, but I'm not. I'm not invested in it. I think it's because there's no fans in the stands. Maybe because it just feels weird. It felt wrong. It felt wrong for a long time that all these things were happening, even though people were dying. Exactly. So I don't know. I'm excited for baseball to start back up. Like it's weird. Like I was talking with Indy. Like he's a huge Dodgers fan. I'm a Yankees fan. They I think are allowing like 6,000 people in attendance each game for Dodger games, which is I like. And I'm kind of excited. I mean, again, I'm not going to watch on TV, but I'm excited just to go to the game. I'm excited to go return to that type of life where I can sit down, have a dog, enjoy it, and relax.
Yeah, exactly. You want to go have a ballpark dog? Yeah. Have a beer. Half of going to a baseball game for me was the socializing.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's there. It's like when the game's picking up, you'll know when the game's picking up. Everyone gets into it. It's not like basketball, which is like. You really got to pay attention because it's going back and forth so fast.
Back and forth, yeah. So true. Yeah, I can't wait to kind of get back to that. But again, like it's like you were saying with going back to work and everything, it's still going to be pretty weird when they're like, "Hey, stadium's open."
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's weird. It's where they're talking about LA opening full, entirely open by mid-June. And,
Wow.
and I'm not hating on it. It's just crazy to me that like we're finally at this point because it never felt like it was going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's insane. But it'll be nice to get back to some sense of normalcy.
And I would love for you to come down here, man. I mean, I miss seeing you,
Oh,
I had John on last week. I talked to
yeah?
John. Yeah, man. It was good
Nice,
talking. It was good
nice.
catching up with John. We
Nice,
talked
yeah.
about the good times. He's doing well. Yeah, man. We got to come down so we can kick it.
Dude.
And I got to come up. Maybe I'll come up this summer. Vancouver's gorgeous.
Dude, you've always got a home here.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, absolutely. Even for a weekend,
so
man.
if things start moving and you can make it up here, dude, please.
Well, I'll be vaccinated by then, so it'd be good to go.
Good. Yeah, you just about there?
I'm almost there. I'll get my second dose in like 2 weeks.
Oh, you got your first one already?
Yeah, I got my first one already.
See, that's how you guys are ahead of us. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's crazy. It's apparently I think it's like 150 million Americans have been vaccinated by now, which I'm like, wow, okay. Consider we couldn't do shit for 6 months. Now all of a sudden we're pulling it out.
Exactly. You guys always had the capability to do it.
Yeah, we just
you know what I mean.
Someone didn't want it to happen.
Struggling. Yeah, exactly.
So. Well, listen, dude, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna head out as well. Dude, this is great catching up. I'm gonna give you a call this weekend so we can catch up more personally and just shoot the shit.
Absolutely.
I miss you though, man, and hope to see you this summer, brother.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on, brother.
Chris McRomney, everybody, go check him out. Chris, what's your social handles? Just plug them real quick for us.
You got me at CrispyMC on Instagram. That's KRISPYMC, and then I believe at Chris McRomney on Twitter. But that's about it.
Sweet. Check him out. Hire this man to be your leading role in any fucking movie because he's fucking talented. And yeah, man, I appreciate it, brother. I miss you, dude.
Appreciate you.
I'll talk to you soon, brother. Be good.
Peace.
Later.
Thanks.